I didn't say anything that important. That'll give people a laugh when they fuck it, honestly. Piss off, man. It's like, let's see. There we go. So it's working now. Full moon. Right, so now there's sound. So all I was saying was, I don't know how long I'll be because it's hot here tonight. And I was like, hang on a minute, it's actually not that hot with a fan. And there's a story behind that. Basically, I just opened the new fan with Charlotte's support in the membership. I was like, well, I'll just open it, I'll open it. Opened it and it's fucking broken. So, and the problem is I got it months ago. So I was like, oh my God. So that's why we should open things when we get it. So I, like I always do, astrology helps me with everything. I've learned a tough lesson there. Capricorn full moon tonight is about tough lessons. I can fucking write this shit. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be a way to work it out. But I'm just like, and then it's quite annoying because Charlotte is like, "Have you got another one?" And I have. I've got like a wee pink one in my room that's actually quite good. And then I've got this one that I always had for in here doing these. And I mean, it was like 15 quid, 10, 15 quid off Amazon or something. I've had it for years and it actually does do the job. So I'm like, fucking hell. But the problem is it's not silent. Like that one was a silent one, or it's meant to be anyway. Um, I was trying to be a bit more profesh for you guys, you know what I mean? But if they ain't broke, don't fix it. We're fucking with OG. So that's going to be part of the message. There's no point upgrading the fancy ones that look good because they're fucking broken anyway. You know what I mean? I don't think I can see what the message is there. Go back to the past. That's funny. So yes, probably something about the upcoming Mercury retrograde as well, because that's coming about on the 16th or the 17th, so that's not far away. What, a week away or something? So yeah, I've titled it. They want to make things right. Underestimated how important this connection is because that's all I could fit in. But I want to make things right. I underestimated how important you are in my life. I've been watching your socials and admiring your pictures. Honesty, relationships need trust, and naked. This is 15, the devil card as well. Do you feel exposed or outed in some way? What is making you feel inadequate, guilty, ashamed, vulnerable? Do what do you need to release? So remember, full moon tonight. Full moons are about releasing. So I would say with that, Gwinnett, there's an honest vulnerability arising in the group of masculines that this is going to make sense to, and they've been keeping an eye on you, and yeah, they want to make things right, want to show you that you do matter to them, and they want to be honest and build trust. So let's usual problem. Let's see if it's all in the picture. Um, I remember it's like I'm in a music video because it's blowing my curls. Oh my God, it's actually all in. Except my eyes were going all over the shop. We're going to need to do that again. I kept going like looking up and down. I was like looking. A minute. Stay still. I will stay still. I'll hold on to them till I see. Come on, soul family. It would pick my energy up if you come and join in. Again, it's not facing, but we're going with it. We're going to have to go with it. Right. Right. I'm just going to get stuck in because if I can get this done in an hour, that suits me. Right. So With me saying that, actually, let's put the timer on for that. Now I'm singing that song. Naked, undressing me with your eye. I made a song up to that when I was like 13. Me and my friend. She was also called Claire, actually. And that's really, by the way, is there somebody called Claire watching this? Right? Because I've just realized the most random thing. It's never random. And I just actually, how weird is that? While I'm about to tell you about a dream I had, the card I just put away was called Dreams. These are dream cards. But basically, in my dream the other night, it was the most random. Like I keep having like really, I think it's a heat of really random dreams. But people from the past, but like I mean, like people from the past, like when I was wee and stuff like that. And yeah, like the other night, it was like there was someone from my past called Claire, and my, oh, you can't even see. It's got dream at the bottom called Claire. So I'm like, oh, that's quite interesting that because it wasn't even the same Claire. Like the other night, it was another Claire from my past, and this it's hard to explain, but that's a bit weird. Um, right, right. So if you've never been here when I do this, basically this is for Capricorn, anyone, because basically we've all got Capricorn somewhere and we've all got a 10th house, and some of you have got your 10th house in Capricorn. The 10th house is about your work, 10th house in Capricorn energy is about your work, career, calling, climbing the mountain, like putting in the hard work, putting in the patience and dedication every day to get to where you want to be. And Capricorn placements are notorious for basically hanging on a lot longer when other people give up. Or Saturn placements. Um, like if you got a strong Saturn, like I've got my Saturn in the first house, so I'm quite like that. You know what I mean? I'm a determined little fucker. I'm gonna hang on longer than most, you know what I mean? I'm the mountain goat climbing that mountain. Do you know what I mean? Nothing's fucking knocking me off. No matter how long it takes, I'm gonna get there. Wherever there is. Um, right, so what have we got to determine the divine feminine or masculine, male or female? Hello, Beck. I'm glad somebody came because I was like, if nobody comes, this is going to be pretty shit. Um, so how are you doing? What's the heat like where you are? It's 21 degrees here, I believe. No, it's 20 degrees. It's finally going down. Yeah, but it was like 23, I think, at the highest. And it's going to be 25 tomorrow. Oh my God. Um, right. What have we got? So this is either going to be your energy, your person's energy, or it's not yours, so use your fucking common sense. And it can also be the karmic energies around. So we'll just see Samaritan. So that does sound like a divine feminine. We have refined your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Although I never get the wording on that. Very strange, but it reminds me of like Good Samaritan, you know what I mean? Oh, wait a minute. I meant to pull one of these. Too hot, glad to be having a day off. Don't need to study either tonight. Oh, good. What are you studying? I'm good. I'm just very hot and hot and bothered would be the word because I just unpacked the fan that I got 2 months ago, and this is like I was just saying at the start. This is a good lesson for everyone. If you order something, take out the box right away because I took it out and it's broken. You know what I mean? So quite annoying. Um, because it was a couple of months ago, I'm probably out of the when you can send it back kind of thing. And then I've just discovered because Charlotte reminded me, have you got another one? That this one that I got off Amazon that wasn't a lot of money years ago works great. Fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? Go back to the past. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But again, don't go back to the past if that's your karmic energy. I think this is going back to the past Twinflame loves. I think you tried to get a new big fancy fan that was fucking broken anyway when you opened the box. They're making me channel something. Listen, if that story fits your situ, but that's what I'm getting from that. I tried to buy something more expensive and fancier and silent, like you know what I mean, so that it was silent so you couldn't hear it, and it's shit. The one from years ago, the past, works brilliant, keeping me cool, make me look like I'm in a music video right now. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I've loved that saying. So this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. That's like from the songs at primary. This is the day that it is, isn't it? That's like one of the primary songs that they used to force us to sing. I can't sing. I can't remember the tune. We are more than conquerors through Him who loved us. Romans 8:37. So I would just like to pull one of them. Right. So Beyonce with no, I don't want to be her, but you keep. It's so funny. Either I say it on the music channel or you say it, and you're like, "Why? What's wrong with her?" I'm like, "No, that's so weird." Though I was talking about her in a Zoom the other night. No, I don't want to have anything to do with her. Right. Starting right at the bottom with GCS. Oh, but good for you. I was terrible at maths. Literally useless with it. The end goal is PhD in quantum mechanics, physics. Very interesting. Oh, oh, oh. Going to be a long, hard road, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Well done. Um, yeah, I went to uni twice and I fucking hated it. So you know, I'm probably not the best person to talk to, but like seriously, that's what my book will be about. A big part of my book will be about that. But I don't regret any of it because it made me who I am. And but the moral of the story is why I'm telling you is because, and all like see, it's about hard work. So this is part of the message. It's like what I just said. That's what the 10th house is. Like I basically, um, I left high school with it wasn't no qualifications, but it was nothing much to shout home about. I used to skive all the time, but but it wasn't because I wasn't intelligent. It was, you know what I mean? They weren't recognizing how intelligent I actually was, and they put me in all the low classes. So the school's just shit, isn't it? They never noticed anything that I had. ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, they never noticed fucking any of it. Um, but basically so what I done because of the degree I wanted to do. Hi Charlotte. I was just telling them about the thing that happened. I had to go to night school. What did I do first? Yeah, I went to night school first for a year while I worked in a school with like kids with like anger issues and stuff, and well actually things like, you know, dyslexia and that things all the things I didn't know I had yet. Or did I? Yeah, I didn't know I had that yet. So ironically I was working with kids with dyslexia and, you know, ADHD, and because a lot of the anger issues were from the ADHD, like frustration and stuff like that. And then after, so I worked hard for a year, and you had to get 4 Bs to get in Edinburgh Uni because, you know, it's Edinburgh Uni. You know what I mean? And I thought, oh great, I'm never gonna be able to fucking do this. I better try though. And somehow, by the skin of my teeth, I got the 4 Bs. Um, and I've said this before, but unfortunately, the girl that was helping me with statistics, because I couldn't tell you anything about that, blew my mind. She didn't get in, so she was actually helping me understand it, and then she didn't even get in. But it was not to undo me; it was because she didn't get, you know, she didn't get the, you know, I don't know if she even got an A somewhere. It's really stupid the way that, you know, she didn't get the 4 B. She didn't need to get the combination, so it's just fucking stupid. But yeah, had a shit experience there. Shit experience. The other one I went. Yes. So, but I'm glad I put the hard work in to be where I wanted to be. It just didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. So maybe, not maybe, that will be the story for someone here. Maybe this masculine's put a lot of hard work in to be where they thought they wanted to be, and it hasn't worked out, but it ended up working out in the end because that's how it worked for me. I thought I knew where I was going, and then actually, Bianna Lift Me Up has just come on as well. But it's yeah, it put me in, you know, a lot of that bullshit put me into my dark night of the soul, and that's how I help people that are in the dark night of the soul. So child eternal in reverse. Yes, it was. Yes, I wasn't a child, but I was a young adult, and it was quite traumatizing to say the least. Um, so inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. So again, codependency. So again, if you're this feminine, male or female, you could be a good Samaritan helping other people's, but you could have, at some point, been tangled up in codependency. And like I say almost every day, I see it in everyone. That triggers the fuck out of people. I say that to people of all ages. If they're interested, if it comes up, it's true. I notice it in everyone. It's so weaved into everyone that people don't notice. But once you notice, you can untangle yourself from it. Exorcist. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So again, this is a bit like a shaman, and this is obviously what I'm doing right now. But this is the masculine's card, but this is also the feminine's masculine side. So it's the masculine is good at clearing people's energy, whether you're meaning to do that or not. But fear of facing your own demons. So again, I feel it's going to be that this masculine has now managed to free themselves from their own demons. Did I just want to? This is going quite chat. It's going quite long. I mean, the chat's going like, and I'm like, I haven't seen it. Got a really similar story with secondary school. Yeah. Oh, I hated it. Sky just couldn't pay attention. Eventually did. Oh, but you've got ADHD too, haven't you? Eventually did pay attention. They recognised my hidden intelligence and did nothing with me. Family forces me to start working instead of going to college, uni, making up for it at 30. But well done. Yeah, well done. I was just a bit younger than that. I went to night school at, I think I was 23 or something. Or 24, and then I went to that first degree at 24. So you'll be considered you're like a mature student, aren't you, at that age? Like, it's crazy that, because I was even being called a mature student at 24. Never too late, but exactly, Charlotte. It's just never too late to learn. Right, so, but like I said, me personally, not the best person to talk about higher educations. Right, okay, so prostitute. Well, we got the P card. So, oh my God, the masculine's been clearing their energy from, again, not literal, we hope, but like to me, that's a karmic energy, a money grabber. We'll call her a money grabber rather than the word that's at the top. So, places material considerations and security above self empowerment as the woman is bathing herself in money. So, I feel they're saying the masculine's clearing themselves of a money grabber. I think we need some tarot because my money grabber card is the Queen of Pentacles. Nothing against Queen of Pentacles, it's just what seems to come out. Unless, sometimes it isn't that. Like, sometimes it doesn't mean that to me, but most of the time it does. Right, we're not at the tarot bit yet, though. Sometimes I don't even do the tarot. Yeah, that'll just be, we'll get a joint energy. Gambler. Could have had a gambling problem, or you took a gamble on the. Come on the P, we'll just on the lady and the money. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Relying on luck rather than hard work. So again, I think in the past somebody went the wrong route, and now they feel like they're blindfolded going and taking a gamble into the unknown. Yeah, they were sabotaged. The visionary was sabotaged. So this group of masculines are some type of visionary. They've got good ideas for changing the world, a bit of a way changer, way shower, somebody that's got ideas to change the system, and they were sabotaged. Yeah, I'm not even guided to read the other words. That's what's coming through. Right, so I'll put all those cards up here and then look at them if I'm guided to it, and I'll put these over here so that I don't need to. Oh my God, need to be careful. My hair nearly got caught in that. How funny. Sorry, how funny would that be? I can see the funny side. Can you imagine if my hair got caught in the fan while I was live? Like, that's not even funny. Actually, that's quite dangerous. I'm going to put that in front of me. Can you hear that if I put it here? Oh, no, no, that's rattling. Just, it's a bit risky. Maybe if I put it at the back. Oh, no, I can't. Right, okay. It's fine. It's a bit temperamental. Hello, Barbie. How are you doing? Right. What was a block in the path? I want to see if self-sabotage comes out. What was a block in the path for the feminine? What's this all about? Sexuality, but it's in reverse. Oh, again, I'm getting flooded with loads of different things. So, yeah, uh, I think some of the groups of good. I'm glad to hear it. I think some of the groups of feminines, divine feminines, male or female, um, either we're going to say it like that. I think you had a blocked sacral chakra, right? So for whatever reason, but I feel you had some kind of trauma that has blocked your sacral chakra. So you know what I mean? Because again, I'm going to hide her bum, but like it's a bit of a cheeky card where it's got sexuality and it's got a saucy lady walking in. So I feel when it's in reverse, it's like in the past you might have been uncomfortable with sex in some sort of way. Um, well, because of like trauma in the past. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory for all the different ways that that could be. You could have had a difficult experience in the past, or you could have had many different difficult experiences. So what is a block? So again, that can be, and this is the feminines, but I can also go for the masculine. So what have we got for the divine masculine block in the past, male or female? Oh God, it's fitting to get so hole in the soul, but that's my soul retrieval card. So in the past, the masculine was disassociated and you were in desperate need of soul retrieval. Now, remember, when I'm saying in the past, this could still be some of your presents, and I hope not your future. So just bear in mind. But, you through trauma, so that's what I mean. Like, this one's really coming out quite very clear. Through trauma of the past, you were disassociated. So I would say, I've had so many conversations with loads of you over the years where that would fit. Like basically, you've disassociated through trauma, um, and it's like blocked your sacral chakra in particular. But again, because like this can be so whether you're the divine feminine, male or female, if this is going to speak to your group of twins, like both these cards would resonate. That so say for like that can manifest in loads of different ways. If you've had a difficult sexual experience, it's like the first way I was sort of feeling was that um, like you don't trust very easily. Therefore, you could like go the other way where you just kind of don't hook up with a lot of people because you don't trust very easily, and you just like all that kind of stuff. But the other way is you could become like hypersexual, like too promiscuous, and you could have been so disassociated, female or male, by the way, that you just kind of, fling your body about. And it doesn't really matter, and because it's like when things happen to you like that, you don't value yourself, you don't feel worthy, so you can go into a bit of denial like that, and then that sadly, like you wake up later on in life. Most people, not everyone, by the way, some people stay in that, and that's what's quite sad. Some people stay numbed out and disassociated through alcohol. Like, like they use alcohol as a crutch to not get in touch with the buried memories. Um, but let's just say you're a group of people that you are wanting to get in touch with that to heal it, or you did in the past. Um, and when you started to heal that, you like awakened your sexual energy and you healed it through soul retrieval. Yes, we'll go with that. Right. So, um, victim consciousness was on the bottom and self love. So I feel through self love, you've healed a victim consciousness. But again, it sounds like of what I'm picking up on there, it wouldn't be, it sounds like it depends how serious that is for some people. Some people that, you could have actually been a victim of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not using these words. Like of very different things that wouldn't be right and that wouldn't be your fault. So, um, right. Oh, are we using this? Okay. Right. So this is a deck of like loads of different cards that I've shuffled together for the membership. Someone has requested a pick a card pile, and yeah. Oh wow. Oh yeah, look what I just channeled. Protection. Your loved ones and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven, but I'm saying fucking hell because protection with what I was just channeling. And it's a mother mermaid cradling her baby. So, loads of things again, like, this could be some kind of childhood um difficulty or childhood trauma, or you're healing your inner child. Um I suppose for some people it could be that like you are a mum and then there's stuff coming up for you, like your children could be reminding you of stuff, like that's a thing as well. However that all fits. But presently, just know that you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. What have we got for the masculine in the present moment? Whoa, what is this message? Love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. So I know that one's going to be ouchy for a lot of you out there, particularly a lot of divine masculines I've worked with. But remember, I said for the next week, we're going to have to stick it out because, wait a minute, is it the next week? It's really the next 10 days because it's the last of Cancer season. So everything about families coming up. It's been coming up loads anyway, but it's going to come in even stronger. Um, yeah, no matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. Love from your parents. This is building quite a story here. Right, okay, give me some more for the feminine. Goddess. Yes, divine feminines are goddesses, especially the ladies out there, but the divine masculine ladies can be goddesses too. You know how it all goes. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition, nurturing qualities. So yeah, I really do feel that. I feel like with all that, it's like if you're a divine feminine, male or female, but particularly I'm picking up on divine feminine females here, it's like you have healed your sacral chakra to the point where you protect your energy very fiercely and you're in that goddess empress energy. Like you don't, so say for instance, if you did in the past, you were overly protective and cautious and didn't trust anyone. That's what the sacral chakra is about, trust or not trusting. You've now healed your sacral chakra enough where you use that unconditional love, and you know how to protect your boundaries and your energy. You're open, but you're not so open that anybody gets access to you. Like you've got boundaries, and definitely not in that way. Um, you trust people. That's basically what's coming through there, whereas you didn't in the past. Right. So what have we got? I'm overly protective with my boys. Yeah, that's understandable. In this world, I would fucking be too. I'm like, when I'm honestly, if I'm walking anywhere, my nieces, like, they're right beside me, hold my hand. Do you know what I mean? I've always been like that. I'm always really cautious. I always, like, that's why I was good when I worked in the nurseries. I like have my eagle eye on the kids wherever they went because it's like, yeah, you just never know in this fucking day and age. Right. So, mask. Whoa. Wow. Holy fuck, man. Look what just came out. Can I just say, and I've had major this, whoever this is all making sense to, this group of twin flames, you're mirroring so scarily. Like to the point where I think it would be like, you could be like wearing the same colour of clothes on the same day, or the same pattern on the same day, or um you know what I mean? Like, and again, if you don't know, you wouldn't necessarily know that, but I'm getting it. It's like really strong because it's like, look, sacral chakra just came out after me saying all of that. Because again, they just speak through me. But sacral chakra, you're highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So basically, the like the feminine, you have healed your sacral chakra so much that you've healed the lack of trust with people. but you fiercely protect your energy and you're in that goddess energy. And the masculine is doing soul retrieval or guided to and healing some sort of childhood wounds, specifically around parents, with not trusting with the sacral chakra. Oh, that's nuts at that. Right, we'll get one more from each. Um, the parents loving you thing resonates hard. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I move the way I do with them for a reason. That's related to why I dumped. I hear you, Barbie. That's related to why I dumped my ex and finally got away from him. Hmm. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I can trust people again. Good. It's Divine Feminine. O2 came out. Creative project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity in your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. So it could have literally something to do with a harp or music. It doesn't need to be. It could be art, singing, whatever, creativity in another way. Whoa, that's weird. Impasse. Wait a minute, we're not going to do that because we don't want to lean on the fan. But I pulled out impasse today for the masculine. Reflect and redirect your energy. So I think that's actually the masculine's card because two came out when I asked. So the masculine has had impasse. I can never say that. I used to say impasse, but I think it's just impasse. Basically, a block. You know what I mean? Like you can't go that way. This is that's creepy. I literally, if you watched the other video from today, I pulled impasse from the chakra oracle, and this now says impasse again. Reflect and redirect your energy. I'm telling you, this is, I nearly put in the title, but Juno is in Scorpio going retrograde and it goes direct tonight. So basically, by tomorrow, I think it's late tonight in the UK, but like by tomorrow, Juno will be direct in Scorpio. And what that means is like Juno is about your ideal partner. Like really it's your ideal marriage partner, but it's kind of like but for me it's just kind of like oh and I wanted to kind of do this. So I don't know if do any of you oh that could be a bit complicated. I could do that. Do you know what? Let's do it for tomorrow. That's easier. So oh, don't get me started on the empath chat, Barbie. I was talking about that with someone on Zoom recently. I don't know why, but that word just does my tits in. But anyway, everyone else is free to use it. There's loads of words that annoy me, but it annoys me because it's just kind of like everyone has empathy. Do you know what I mean? So the word, but I know it was like I was saying that with someone the other day. Like she's like, I don't know what else to call it. So I get it, but I don't know. I just think it's one of these buzzwords that's kind of been chucked about. But basically we're all empaths. If we're gonna go with the word empaths, we're all fucking empaths on here. Unless you're one of the lurking haters. But but yeah. Yeah. If you know your well, I'm assuming you know your birth details, but if you can email me your like date of birth and your exact time, that's important. If you don't know the exact time roughly, and um, if you don't know it, basically, if you get it wrong, you'll be able to tell. Because I'll. But anyway, I'm not reading your whole chart anyway because that's a session. But basically, um what I'm saying is, if you could send me your birth details, the town that you were, your birth town, and your exact time, then I'll be able to have a quick look at your chart and I'll be able to see where your Juno is. Obviously, if you want to book the Psychic Astrology Empowerment session, everybody's loved it, changes their life, opens up your gifts, dormant DNAs, blah, 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 light code activations, all that jazz, clearing energy. But for the purpose of this with Juno going direct, if you do that, and let's see how many people actually do it, but if you do it, then I'll be able to tell you on here. And if there's somebody lurking, right, that if you don't want to chat, like in the chat, but you want me to tell you where it is, you can email too, and like I'll assign numbers or something, or like if you're okay with the first letter of your name, we might be better with like I don't know. code name or a number. Maybe numbers are easier. But, you know, that's just for people that are really shy. That it's easier than doing it tonight. No, don't do it. Just email me because I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm going to do it tomorrow because Juno goes direct tomorrow. So I'm coming on tomorrow to do the Aquarius one. So I'll tell you. So just email me tonight if you remember, and I'll look at where some of your Junos are because I spoke about it on the video that I filmed for tomorrow. I filmed basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday videos, so that I didn't need to do them. And I spoke about Juno on that for quite a bit. So don't put your shit there. Take that off. Just send me by email. Don't put your stuff there. It's not wise to put that stuff out there. But like, yeah, send it by email. Please, if you want to do it. But remember, people, it needs to be your birthday, your exact time of birth, and your exact birth town. TOWN. I'm spelling it because sometimes, so birth, BIRTHTOWN, because sometimes people can't work out what I'm saying. Right, wait a minute, I'll put it in. I'll give you the. It's in all, basically, if anyone ever wants emails, it's in every video ever. You can tell this is my third house of communication in Capricorn because I've just been so blunt, but so wait a minute. I've actually fucking forgot my own email. Soulfam Wolfpack. Because this was the overflow one. But the other one's full, so it's not totally full, but it's nearly full. Soulfamwolfpack@gmail.com. Send it to that one, please. Right, so right, let's carry on with this. So the masculine in the present moment is your energy is being redirected. There's some kind of blockage here. This wee squirrel's like, how the fuck am I meant to get past here? There's a fucking wall. Reflect and redirect your energy. So we could say that's about Mercury retrograde coming up because we're in the pre-shadow. So remember what I said about that. Really now you want to be sorting things out where they need sorting out before the confusion kicks in, especially because the card for today was also confusion in that chakra, the trauma release videos. But also the Juno going direct in Scorpio, particularly because that is things to do with relationships, and Scorpio is very intense, scorpionic, plutonic, very intense connections. Yes, sexual, as they're pulling the word sexuality. But you know, just intense connections, especially if we're talking, but even if we're not talking about twin flames, but we're talking about twin flames, like yeah, you could basically what I when I looked at that months ago, I was like, oh, I bet you anything, a lot of people are going to get dragged back to their karmic exes in the retrograde. Like, you know, it's like you have to go over the past to see what you don't want. And then now that it's going direct again, especially if you've got Juno in retrograde, you'll be feeling it even stronger. And you see, some of you might not even realize why, but that might be why. But now that Juno's going direct, and then it'll be going direct through Scorpio until about October, I think it is, and then it'll go back into Sagittarius. You could have a completely different mindset shift towards your twin flame or towards love in general. Like that could be somebody going, actually shit, see with this, that's quite interesting. That could be somebody like self-sabotaging, like, oh, I'm just going to go back to the past, you know, disassociated, not doing the soul retrieval, not feeling worthy, sacral chakra unhealed. So you go back to things and people and situations and addictions that aren't good for you. I could see how that would, because actually sexuality in reverse, that could also be a sex addiction. I didn't actually think about that, but that's what that could be too. But or if it doesn't need to be a sex addiction, it could just be like a bit more promiscuous. It really depends how bad this is, men or women. But like and then especially because Scorpio is sex too, right? So and now, but it's also alchemy and transmuting the pain into power. And now that the And especially because that song that's on right now is "You're taking me out of the ordinary." Na, 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 da, 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 da. You know what I mean? I don't know the rest of the words, but it's a lovely wee song. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found. You know what I mean? That's the rest of it, isn't it? Something so out of the ordinary. Too high. But now, yeah, now that Juno is going direct in Scorpio, it's going to mean that that might be somebody that actually wants to heal that part of them, you know, that wants to heal their sacral chakra. That's so interesting. That's what I mean. That's why I like looking at the more lesser known sort of asteroids, because bet you nobody else is saying that out there, because I channeled it from God. But anyway, so but yeah, so that's how I think the masculines reflecting and redirecting their energy. It's not the way they want to go anymore. So if they were self-sabotaging and involved with people that weren't good for them, they could be having a huge mindset shift, or you could be having a huge mindset shift. Sorry, wait a minute, I'll catch up with some of these. I'm a gem. We're extremely artistic. Oh, Gemini, yes, like lots of different things. Music would be so much easier with my person. Not gonna lie. Fair, emotionally intelligent. Yeah, we all like different words. That's the thing. It's like I've said before. I can't stand the word awesome, but I'm sure some of you like the word. But I'm just like, it just annoys me. Like, you know, there's just no need for me to ever use that word unless I'm saying I don't like it. It's totally awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you live in the dream. Yeah. You're welcome. Lego movie. That's another reason when we can. That's another thing I'll excuse having to sing that song. That's funny on the replay when my hair's flying too. I have to take breaks sometimes because the energy is so draining. Yes, everybody does. It's like I couldn't be fucking doing a live every day. Do you know what I mean? I've tried it and it fucking done me in. No way. I can do just about, you know, like tonight I'm on and then I'm on again tomorrow night. But what keeps me going is knowing I've got the weekend. So tomorrow I'm going to be on a bit earlier, about 7 o'clock. Yeah, you did delete it. Yes, yes. I've already detached from my twin, to be honest. I chose to be alone though. Music is therapeutic for me. My twin says awesome. It sounds like a little less cringe with an American when an American says it. Yeah, you've detached from your twin as much as you can. Right, so I wasn't gonna pull another one, but that's why we did. Soulmate relationship. New romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. I think that, especially after me reading that detach thing, when you detach properly, it springs back, you know, what's meant for you. I think is the message in general. Soulmate relationship, that says, but that's twin flame connection in this deck to me. Right. Let's speed this up a little bit. Right. I'll put them down there. Right. So, um, the angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so wild of the ordinary. Oh, that's that. Yeah. Twin flame. And that's like, you know, so remember I posted, but when I got off the live the other night, I was like, honestly, about 2 minutes into Love Island, and one of the new girls is saying, oh yeah, you know, like this tattoo that I've got, it's because when I meet my twin flame, like they'll get the other one. I get it, you know. She's obviously just one of the many people that have been, you know, falsely led to believe that anyone can be a twin flame and we've all got a twin flame, which, sorry guys, that is not the truth. Most people are going to know that. But yeah, no, not everyone is a twin flame. So no, not everyone has a twin flame. And you also don't go looking for one. You just know you're one and you know who it is usually too. There is, I'm not going to say straight down the line that there aren't some of you that feel you're a twin flame that you don't know who your twin flame is. I have met a small select amount of people that would be. Most people know exactly who the person is. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in confusion and doubt about it, like I always say, you're most definitely 99% nine the masculine, because the masculine does get confused. Like what I've just decided, like what I've just said, a lot of the masculine male and female will have got confused and went back to the past when Juno went retrograde. I'm certain of it. I'm certain there will have been a lot of men and women that done that. But if you done it, you were meant to do it to learn. It wasn't for you to be redirected, like that card saying, to your destiny. Love it. And then that's why that came out. Something so out of the ordinary. And that's why people are jealous and they try to think that they're one too, but they're not. You know what I mean? You can have a soulmate though. Like I said, that girl, all she needs to do is change her wording. That like when I find my soulmate, you know what I mean? You can have a soulmate. You can't have a twin flame unless you are a twin flame. And you can't have more than one twin flame too either. That's all this shit as well. Right, okay, so right. Let's word it. So what would bring the oh no, we didn't do these block cards. We'll go back for a minute. What's a block for the divine feminine in the past or now? Being guarded. Oh my god, fuck that. See, there's no mistakes around here. That's why I was meant to do that, not when I usually do it, because it's what I channeled anyway. So fucking weird. You are lonely because you're so aloof. Trust others and let them in your heart. I don't need to explain. That is exactly what I channeled. So, wow. But again, that's not just the divine feminine, male and females. That is also the divine masculine. Emotionally, your feelings, you've been too guarded or you are still too guarded, and you're not tapping in your own divine feminine energy. You're being too protected, too protective of your own inner child by not letting anyone in at all. But if you've healed it, you're how I described it. You know, you're very open, unconditionally loving. You don't just fucking let any Tom, Dick, or Harry access your energy. And I also don't mean like that. And that's hilarious because the guy in Love Island's called Harry. But I mean, like it's yeah, you're just protective of your energy. Do you know what I mean? It was like um I can't give it's funny, they were talking no, I can't actually say no, I can't. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it was just a synchronicity I had earlier, and I was like, it was going to be a good like, moving on. Right, so the masculine, I've had a lot of weird synchronicities today. Fear of loss. You're afraid of losing someone or being abandoned. Take a chance on them. Wow, holy fuck. See how that fits? The masculine got the one about inner child wounding, sacral chakra, not trusting, hole in the soul, disassociation, needing soul retrieval, fear of abandonment. It's all inner child stuff. So there's something here where, like, this masculine group, male or female, you must have had on, it's a sliding scale, some type of neglect there, I would say. Like your needs haven't been met in some type of way, so you felt like you were going to be abandoned by the divine feminine. So you didn't go there at all. Anxiety. You're afraid to get close to someone. They're scared too. Give them a chance. Wow, that's a powerful card, isn't it? There's fear of cheating as well. Fear of cheating. Not everyone cheats. You need to open your heart and trust your partner. Yeah, so I think that card to me always goes both ways. It's like either you've got a fear of cheating, so you don't ever get involved with anyone, so they can't cheat on you. I resonate with that one. but it's kind of like, do you know what I mean? Because it's like there's no fucking chance anyone doing it if you're never with anyone. But it's kind of like my perspective is a bit different now, but you know what I'm saying? That is definitely what I would resonate with in the past. And definitely when I watch Love Island, it reinforces it even more because the lying is just like I was saying that to Charlotte in the membership, like, what? Are you kidding me? It just flashed up bad liar when I said that. Is that a song? I don't know if it's I think it might be called Bad Liar. It just flashed up. It's called Imagine Dragons Bad Liar. Can't fucking write this shit. Um but yeah, yeah, the line that's going on in that is fucking blowing my mind. It's like they tell the girls what they want to hear and then talk absolute shite about the same sort of stuff to like somebody they've just met. It's like I've never seen it this bad. Um, like I'm like, is that really what it's like out there? That somebody can, because they're quite the thing that's scaring me is like, look, I've got Pluto and Scorpio. You can't get much past me, but they're fucking convincing. Like they actually are convincing when they're saying it. I'm like, that's scary. Like they're actually verging on a bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's fucking weird. Like I was saying that earlier, I was like, I can't even say who I like in there because I can see their light and their shadow, and I've seen a lot of ugliness in all of them, and I've seen nice things in all of them. But this is not. I don't know why some people are saying this is the best year. I think it's the shittest one I've ever seen, if I'm honest. Because the way that they're treating each other sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I've identified so many people in there that need a counselor. It's not even funny. That's every year though. But like, yeah. Anyway, I hope because that is like the apparently they do get they have always got therapists and counselors ready when they come out because of the abuse and that they can get. But fucking hell, some of them are setting themselves up for it, acting like that. But yeah, well, that's all fitting. But yeah, the other thing I was going to go with is if you've got a fear of cheating and anxiety being abandoned, like you could become a cheater yourself. That does happen to some people because you've got this kind of I'm going to do it to them before they do it to me, and then that's not right either. You know what I mean? You've got to, like I said, if you had that kind of view, then definitely therapy would be a good way to go. Right. Um, Am I just leaving them out while I'm doing this, or am I putting them back? Nah, I'm putting them back as I'm tidying up as I go because it's too. Although, nah, we'll tidy up as we go. It's quite handy to look back at what I've pulled, but I can't get that song out of my head. Something's so out of the ordinary. Maybe they keep singing it to me because that's how this group of masculine feel. Like, wow, this is magical. Something's so out of the ordinary. Right. What would get this divine feminine out their comfort zone, male or female? Delight. Allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to believe that you can experience not just joy, happiness, but delight. Also, birds are messengers. There could be a message coming your way at this full moon. Protection. That's two cards of protection. You are protected. The tree, the strong, mighty oak tree, that's one of my energies. That's what I guide people to in the shamanic journeys. Nothing's going to break that. He's strong as a tree. Hmm. Right. So believe that you can be happy. That's what I get from that. Believe that you're protected and through the worst and that you can be happy. So that would be moving you out your comfort zone rather than, oh, nothing good ever happens to me and I always just attract shitty things. Um, what was I saying? I've no idea. You'll have to Google it if you're asking me what time. So I've no idea. Just being honest, that's what I do. Um, but put in 7 o'clock GMT to your time and it'll tell you. Or save it on your phone. I would save like my regular clients, I save their time zone on my phone. Um you got to protect your energy because the wrong ones will consume it and left in shambles, yes. But again, Barbie, some tough love here on the Cancer full moon. That's your responsibility because Capricorn is responsibility. So whenever I've let people do that to me, and believe me, I have too many times in my personal life and my professional life, it's my fault. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. You've got to have good boundaries. So we've got to learn the hard way. A little bit like me taking the fan out the box 2 months later. Fucking candle just went out. That's about energy. Like being burnt out, and me taking the fan out the box 2 months later, and it's fucking broken. Oh my god, I done it again. Please don't let my hair get caught in that. Let's do this. Right, there we go. Right, what would get the masculine out of their comfort zone? Lying has definitely got worse these days, yes. It's like it's become acceptable. It's disgusting. Tit for tat, toxicity is not helpful by any means, no. What time again? 7 o'clock UK time. So put 7 o'clock, 7 GMT. Um, right. Yeah, that's the thing. It's difficult, but the most difficult karmic people we have in our life, whoever they are, teach you how to protect yourself. So I would say that's why this group of feminines, female or male, that's why you got the word protection twice, because you're so protective of your goddess Empress energy because of how hurt you've been. Like, I mean, every single one of those cards and those ones I just mentioned, that fits for me. Like, I'm shit hot at boundaries because I spent most of my life not being good at boundaries, basically, and just being too nice. So it's not that I'm not nice now. I'm just not a mug. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I'm sorry, I was a mug before. Like, just saying, I was. Like, I've said this before, but my grandma in spirit, she was in spirit when she told me too. Like, it was the first medium I ever went to, actually. And because that's that first medium I ever went to was also the guy that told me I was going to meet a dark, tall, handsome stranger. And I was like, fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? I've just broke up my boyfriend. Like, no, I don't say fuck off, but I was like, I don't think so. Like, you know what I mean? I broke up my boyfriend, but like, we'll probably get back together and, we're meant to be, I would have been saying all shit like that. And he was like, well, your grandma's saying you're a mug for putting up with that guy's shit. Something. And then, yeah. And then I did meet a tall, dark, handsome stranger, and that is my twin flame. So, um, but she was talking about being a mug because of the other one that was. So again, whenever I make reference to that story too, it does mean that look at what I said about. Oh, thanks, Connor. It does mean that what I said about Juno retrograde and Scorpio, like I feel this group of masculines kept going back to someone from the past, and you could. So if you've specifically done that, right? If you were pulled back to the past from around the spring to around now and you're starting to open your eyes to somebody you can't trust, you were hoodwinked by the Juno going retrograde, especially if it was just a sexual connection, because we've got the sexuality card, because Scorpio sex. That's how real astrology is, guys. So, right. So, oh my God, sorry, I've just remembered. I saw an email from you come down and I didn't reply because I was shattered last night from the sun. Sorry, I will reply. I'll reply when I get off here. I've just remembered. Um, Mine is also tall, dark, and handsome, but it's not as handsome as mine. I'm literally, I'm not about to do that on here. Again, it's like that's the annoying thing about doing this as well. I'm like, is he just going to like allow me to do this forevermore? Because it feeds his ego. And what do I get out of this? Just daily humiliation. I mean, I don't think this is a good deal here. You know what I mean? If his love language is words of affirmation, he's fucking cracked the code, doesn't he? And like I've said before, it's a miracle I'm alive because mine is physical touch. Physical touch and um what's the other one? I can't remember what it's called, but it's just the one of like um I think just spending time with each other. That's what it's like. But yeah, anyway. Moving on. There is I'm not joking though, there is something in that. Because that love language can fit with sometimes being avoidant of it's not very fucking fair, eh? But anyway, so really bloody tall, and I'm only 5 foot. Yeah, I don't know what height he is, but he's way taller than me. So I wasn't really. I'm 5'4" though. Right. Okay. So what would help the masculine get out of their comfort zone? Embracing change. Yes. Look at what I just said. Embracing change. Quality time. Thank you, Charlotte. It was on the tip of my tongue. Yes. Because again, when I work with people closely, I incorporate all these things. So that's what again, if more people are drawn to the upper levels of the membership, the third and the fourth, I'm going to home in on the things I'm talking about in there to help people. So nice. Your love language acts of service, yeah. I'll put up the test again actually. If people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'll put up the quiz and you can all find out what yours is if you don't already know. In fact, why don't we just put it in now in the wee live chat thing? Love language test. Right. So I'm just seeing how is that. I always like to go to the guy that's actually his image. Yeah, that is his one, isn't it? Mm, yeah, that one doesn't look like it's his. It doesn't seem fair to go. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't seem fair to go all these other fucking random people when he's the one that made it up. This one looks like a random one too. A minute. I'm gonna put in language. Love language. Um, right. Why is it saying your love style? I mean, that is him. Oh fuck! Why are you making it so hard, Gary? That's who wrote the book. Right. I think that is him. We'll go with this one, right? I was, I was trying. No, I'm like, what is happening here? Love language quiz. Right. I think this is it. You can just Google it yourself, guys. I mean, this isn't the one I put in before, but um I've got the book and also the one for kids. I need to get so I've got them too. I need to get my daughter to do it now. She's a bit older. I'm sure I know which they are, but it's nice to get them to do it now. Yeah, nah, it's lovely. It's good to know your own and the people close to you. Definitely romance, but really I would say anybody. Wait a minute, I don't think the links show up. Does that show up if I put that in there? Nah, it's not showing up anyway. I'll put it. Oh no, it's too big. I'll put it in the. Yeah, but it's not. It's not. It's not. Wait a minute. I'll try once more. The one I found that I just always used to post was, I think it maybe is this one. Fuck it, I think it's this one. It was just really simple, you know what I mean? It's yeah, I'll need to put in the community tab. It's too big. The link's too big. I'll remember. I'll remember. Anyway, so wait a minute, did I read these? I wish I could post this pic of us. Mine is tall, dark, and handsome and sexy. I miss him so much. Oh God, right. Well, after what I just said, I'm not sitting here. We're all going to think that about our twin flame. There we go. Charlotte's managed to put it in. So thank you, Charlotte. I will, and I'll put it in the community tab too. But I'll put it in the community tab because then I can. Yes, that's what I'll do. Do the test, and then I'll put what I done in the community tab is I got people to vote so that we could see what we had more of. And what we had more of, fascinatingly, was there was a lot of people that were the ones that I am. So I think the one that won by a like big time was the physical touch one, which I found quite fascinating. So, like I said, it's a miracle we're all alive if we've been in separation for a very long time. Voyage. So embracing voyage. So what would move the divine masculine out of their comfort zone? Embracing a voyage. I shuffle the cards. This is what comes out. Focus and to focus and not to be distracted by the multitude of karmic people that are trying to hold you back from your destiny. The card doesn't say that. I just added all that on. Right. Okay. So, um, what karmic lessons are being learned and what needs to be released? God, right, okay. Please forgive me. I will find my way back to you one day. Water under the bridge. What's this chat about? Something's not water under the bridge. The our loving water under the bridge. I can't sing the tune, but I like that Adele song. If you're not the one for me, then why don't you? If I'm not the one, I don't know. There's something like that. I like the tune. If you're not the one for me, yeah, can't sing it. Good tune though. Please forget. I actually hadn't heard it before. It was on an episode of Timmy. I was like, what is that? That was years ago too. That's I always just remember when I heard it. And I was like, oh. So something's not water under the bridge. This person is saying, please forgive me, and they'll find their way back to you one day. So something's holding them up. Secrets and deception. So something sounds like this person's got themselves caught up in a situation. Unhealthy attachment. Yes. So I think that they got me to go to this deck because it's exactly what I said about the, having gone retrograde. Something wasn't over with you. It wasn't over, still isn't over. This person wants you to forgive them. They're going to find their way back to you when they redirect their energy, like what's come through. But there's some kind of shady shit going down because they got involved with an unhealthy attachment, or the unhealthy attachment's an addiction or something. I'm planning on reaching out to you, but this person is planning on reaching out to you. And remember, I just said that about the bird with the communication. Yeah, they're not telling us anymore there. Right, so let's get another karmic lesson for this. Could be a completely different one, or if it can still make sense. I abandon people to make myself feel important. Holy fucking shit. When we're here talking about love languages and attachment styles, I haven't went on to talk about attachment, but that's what I was referring to because it's the two going hand in hand. That is exactly what's come through in the blockage cards. Love from your parents and all that kind of stuff. Abandon people to make myself feel more important. And oh god, silent treatment in reverse. This is horrible, but it feels like, again, it's horrible, but it's a good thing. It feels like the combination of, it's not just, it's because Juno's in Scorpio, and that gets right down to the brutal truth of things, right? That's why I'm good at doing that. My Scorpio rising conjunct my Pluto, right? My Pluto in Scorpio. But it's like Saturn going retrograde as well on Sunday, joining Neptune, like, and they're both in Aries, given the truth, the raw truth. And then the full moon in Capricorn's illuminating. This is scarily similar to what I channeled in the videos. So you'll hear me say quite a lot of the same stuff, but it's this person's realizing that that's why they do that, and I feel what they're saying is it's like they use silence as a bit of a weapon here. Now that's really difficult to unpack on this journey because both you are meant to go into silence to do your healing, but if there can be other sort of meanings to that, like if especially because I just went past that, I act like I don't care when deep down I really do. Like I don't know, that it's hard to explain, but I'm getting some kind of strong feeling that this person's recognizing something about their behavior that they specifically got from parents because of that love from your parents card. And it's like they're recognizing that they don't like that. They don't like that about themselves. Like they're changing it. I feel like I ruined everything. Yeah, self-sabotage. I will find my way back to you one day. Well, let's do another one of them. Yeah. Right, okay. One more karmic lesson someone's learning. There is a third party, so it's another person that's got caught up in an illusion through the combination of what I've just been saying. Because like I said, there's going to be another wave of masculine male females that will get hoodwinked by someone. I pray against it now, but it will happen. When Neptune goes into retrograde later on in the year, because of when Neptune, sorry, yeah, because of when Neptune, sorry, it'll go when it goes into Pisces because it's in Aries just now. Because when Neptune was in Pisces for that huge amount of time, what was it, 14 years or something? That there was so many people that were caught up with the wrong type of karmic friends, people, lovers, secret. Oh my god, what the hell fuck is this one? There is a third party, secrets and deception. So this is, we'll see what else comes out, but this is kind of feeling like if there's it's different. I don't know, like it's different with twin flames because like the third party thing is really weird because it's like if you're not in a relationship with this person, it can't be a third party. So that's why that word annoys me. But I'm kind of feeling like this could be, you could have actually been in a relationship. So you could have been like boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fucking hell else you want to call it. Or you could be in a marriage or something. Like it feels more serious. I suppose for some people it could just be that they're like, it could just be that you've got a twin flame connection with something and there's something you don't know about. But I think it's more the more serious thing. So there's a third party, secrets and deception. I want to I want to work things out. Divine counterpart in reverse. I still have growing to do. Twin flame journey. So I think what whoever this is trying to say, they got caught up with a third party in the past, or they still are. There's secrets and deception around it. They want to work things out with you, but what they need to come and tell you that they got caught up with somebody that there was a false person, divine counterpart in reverse, and now they're awakened to the twin flame journey. So it's like what I said, like, the Juno, sorry, yeah, Juno retrograde has taught this person what the truth is. I didn't mean what I said. So I feel like when this person was caught up in this person's spell, I want to say, or manipulation, they could have been quite nasty to you. I didn't mean what I said. That's what I mean. It feels like, look, silent treatment, yeah, with word, like with not words rather. They could have ghosted you, but they love you. I love you. Long distance, that could just be emotional distance. Will you give me a second chance? Basically, that's someone's twin flame that's either had the clarity or they're going to get the clarity. I'm faced with constant reminders of you, and that's what's given them the clarity. The constant reminders on the twin flame journey is showing them that, hang on a minute, if I've picked the right person, there's no way I would be seeing all this stuff to do with them. And that's how this person is worked out. Both twin flame, karmic partner. That's just what I said about the masculine male or females. They do get more, so that's a lot of you. They do get more confused than the feminine. It's just a fact. Because the feminine's the one that leads the journey. Like, we can't, we don't get tricked like that. Although I have saw some of them get tricked out there, but not this one. I get tricked in other ways in life, believe me, but not in that way. What Right, shadow work. Although that kind of, I feel like that. Right, let's do these. I feel like the devil temptation card's going to come up again or something. Did I get all these? Barbie, remember when you asked that before? I can, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a personal reading, so you have to make your mind up on that one about should you contact them first. Generally, I'll answer it, right? Should you contact them first, even though you said you weren't going to? I think in the case with your situation, now again, personal responsibility. When I've tapped into your one's energy before, he feels like he's in a dark place, in a dark night of the soul, and he's healing. I would actually, you're the best judge of this, but I'd actually say a lot of the stuff that's come out could make sense for him, but you know him better than me. So based on that, if it's not going to completely crush your soul, if he gives you the silent treatment or ignores you, then yeah, do it. What have you got to lose? lose. But if it's going to crush your soul and really upset you and destabilize you, don't do it. You know, that's the way that I would always take it. Because that's the way that I've always done it, you know, that if ever I felt like reaching out to mine, which was always just birthdays, I would check in with myself. And there were some years I was like, nah, like that would hurt too much. And there was other times I was like, I really don't, my ego didn't want to do it, but my soul was like, I feel like I need to. So do you know what I mean? Like that's, yeah, triumph. So again, this is shadow work. So what, someone, let me get the other cards. Um, Someone wants to charge forward for a new beginning, but the question is, are they gonna? This is shadow work. This is, so if you're the divine masculine, male or female, it's like that's kind of like that could be like what you're asking. Um, it's like things that you're going through on your own, things you want to do. So I kind of feel like this is what this person wants to do, and they feel like they're entering a whole new world. A whole new, that's not the word. A whole new world. Oh no, it is the word. A dazzling something, something, something. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. So is this person going to rush forward for the new beginning? Ooh. Control. Feels like they're holding themselves back. Control. It feels like they're like, that's ego. That's similar to what I just said. Open. Wow. Oh my God. Open up. But it's in reverse. So yeah, this is a group of masculines that all they want to do is charge forward for a new beginning, right? That's like your soul. But your ego is stopping you from opening up. So that's so honestly, I can feel that again. I was going to say I don't know why it's so intense, but I do know. It's what I said in the videos that you'll see over the next 3 days if you choose to watch them. It's Juno going direct in Scorpio. I'm feeling really strongly. That's that person's abandonment issues because that's come through in all of it. It's like this person wants to rush forward for a new beginning, but they're holding themselves back from opening up, from fear of being hurt or fear of being rejected, which is understandable. But the other option is you lose your person because you took too long. And if you do look, hands together, prosperity begins, Ace of Pentacles. So they're just giving you a wee insight, if that resonated, that that's some of the shadow work someone needs to do. It's basically where the fear of losing the person gets overridden by the desire to have it, and rewrite the stars is on. Why don't we rewrite the stars? Lost it. Say you were meant to be mine. No one could tear us apart. You were the one I was meant to find. It's up to you and it's up to me. No one can say who we get to be. Patience. Yeah, I think they're just telling you though. This has been a long time already, and you're both balanced, the temperance, you're both balanced energy. Like if you wait any longer, it's just delaying, it's making a delay that doesn't need to be there. Look, emotional withdrawal. So this person's choosing to stay in that energy. But destiny, again, this feels like a tower moment's going to kick that person out of that. That could be the 10th of August. So something could be about the 10th of August or the 8th of October. Let's hope it's the 10th of August if this is resonating. But throat chakra, yeah. So God, that's so specific. Somebody could actually, if they haven't done it, but somebody could open up around the 10th of August. So I don't usually say things like that, but that's what I'm seeing here. I can also see the 1st of August in the numbers. 7th and 8th of August. Yeah, there's a lot of August there. Lions. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. 8-8, Lionsgate Portal. Right, okay. So, let's do another one of them. What's another? Tell me someone else. This is like digging into people's secrets. Where is another one of the masculines at? What do they want to do? Someone's going within. They don't feel very strong right now, so they don't want to take action. But they're trying to learn about their Empress. That's what I would say. This masculine is trying to learn about their Empress and trying to, yeah, like someone's trying to gain strength and power at their solar plexus. Confidence. Someone's working on their confidence before coming forward to their emperor, and they're a bit confused about something. High priestess in reverse. But ultimately, they want union. 4 of Wands. So, what is this person going to do about all of that then? Once they get the confidence, they're going to become. Fuck, that's so annoying. When I was saying this person is learning about their empress, I was stopping myself from saying this emperor is learning about their empress, and we've got the empress and the emperor, divine feminine, divine masculine, baby, coming into union. So whoever, if you're in the receiving end of this, your masculine is something's dented their confidence, or they're building their confidence. Could be coming out of Dark Night of Soul. They could also be so serious about you, they want to live with you, or they want some kind of like marriage or something, because both these cards are marriage, the Hierophant and 4 of Wands. But I was taking it that like they're trying to learn to build their confidence up, um, going through an ego death, and yeah, coming out of some kind of confusion. That again, it's what I feel this is like another one that's been went the wrong way, but now they know the way they want to go. Hooray! I mean, I don't, it is good because I mean that not often does the Emperor and Empress come out, but wait a minute, actually, whatever this ends up being, I don't know if one's gonna match that. I like the wordy ones better usually, but because most people know what the Emperor and the Empress means. Wait a minute, up here. Surely when I lifted it up higher, that was all right. Oh fuck it! Why is it still not? Yeah, there we go. That'll do. So yeah, that person needs a little bit more time, but they're going to come forward strong. Yeah, see, you're fitting the masculine description. Fear of rejection. Everybody has that, Barbie. Do you know what I mean? Everybody has it. Doubt my twin will ever reach out at this point. It has to be in my situation, annoying as fuck. Sure is. We're mirroring. You think that, but miracles can happen. But everybody, like I said, I always just say this, but it's difficult to comment when it's, if it's when it's in private, I can tune in more, but you know your situation. But all I know is you haven't been on it that long, so you're just falling into a bit of doubt and fear, and it's normal. It's a full moon. Um, right. What does this masculine want to say? Oh fuck! I nearly deleted all of my shit. That wouldn't be good because I can never remember it. Right. So what would help in our union right now? So these are wordy cards. So maybe if this is for the masculine, it would help if you say this or whatever. It depends what comes out. This, yeah, it would help if you say this. The silence is killing me. That's interesting though. That silent treatment. Ah, My God, that's like somebody dying by their own poison. Like this person's giving you the silent treatment, and now the silence is killing them. I say I'm taking that. So, what would help you with inner union, breaking the silence? Look, I hate to say it, it's for you work, Barbie. That could actually, they could be answering what you asked through the collective. I don't know, I'm seeing the synchronicity there, but that's for you to, take responsibility. But I'm noticing, I daydream about you. Notice I said, what would help you, like, what, if this is for the masculine, what should you say? They're telling you what to say. The silence is killing me. I daydream about you. I don't feel good enough for you. Well, if that's a thing too, that would be, that actually really matches up with the solar plexus in reverse and unfortunately what came out about the family stuff. But again, if this is how somebody feels, like, you just say the truth because if it's your true twin flame, they'll understand that because they'll have went through a period of feeling like that too. I want to follow my heart. And also, if you, anyone out there, man or woman, if you don't feel good enough for your twin flame, that's not your fault you don't feel good enough. There's contributing factors that have led to that. And again, unfortunately, in this, they keep drawing they're not my actual eyes, I just like clairvoyantly, love from your parents. It's a um like basically a lot of people don't feel good enough or worthy for the things they really want or the people they really want until they get therapy. It's why new people around here, you're going to hear me say that all the time because people that have followed me for the past 10 years, that's what I've been saying the whole time. Because that's why I'm sitting here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do a lot of different stuff, but I had a therapist for 7 years and I would have still had her if she didn't selfishly retire. That's the truth. Um, because it helps you focus like other most people are looking for all this external validation, but when you go to a therapist you learn to validate yourself. You know what I mean? And yeah, you can learn to love yourself through reading books and teaching yourself and all that, but I would still argue like not as much as somebody that's had a therapist, because you see that with the people that I interview as well that have done the therapy with me. People literally go from night and day to feeling like this, not feeling good enough. Like the last person I finished with went from feeling like that, not feeling good enough, codependency, things like that, and now does feel good enough, loves herself, released codependency. These are all the things you would look for by a counsellor. I never expected to feel this way about you. Now is not the right time. I wonder if this person just keeps telling themselves now is not the right time. But I know we're twin flames. Trust me, I'm going through a lot. Yeah, that kind of fits with the other cards. You know what I mean? That this person's definitely healing some inner child wounds or something like that about not feeling good enough, abandonment stuff and that. Right, so we prayers for whoever's all resonating with that. What have we got? So, I don't know what cards to use. So this is for the feminine. What would help with inner union? I just want them to be ready if I do. But what do you mean by that? Want them to be ready to do what? Because you don't want to put a big high expectation on it. Basically, the family stuff was like I pulled a card at the start that said your parents love you no matter what. So but it said love from your parents, but I always take it as it could be someone's loved you at the best of their ability, and maybe some people haven't really done that good a job. You know what I mean? That maybe that's all they had in their locker. You know what I'm saying? Um, Sounds like my dad used to give us the silent treatment, which I then modelled, and I've been working for years to work through it all. Well, very proud of you for sharing that, Charlotte. I'm sure a lot of people can resonate. Um, yeah, unfortunately, Barbie, that's what I mean. It's like, um, yeah, because didn't you say you only went into, I don't know as well, did you say you went into separation in October? Because basically, what I'm about to say is there is no neat timeline. Some people have been in separation for years. But what I mean is, I'm not, but what I mean is, others, it can be, it's not impossible. But from when I've tapped into his energy, he feels like he's going through it. So, you know, unconditional love, you can be there for him and you don't need to be back together kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to you. Maybe it's too difficult to, you'll know. Um, right, feminine, especially because I stopped the cards at heartbreak. Heartbreak is a part of the human experience that will pass. That seems a bit insensitive, but that's what came out. So that's for the divine feminine too. So for inner union, see, I mean, like you could be healing some type of heartbreak as well. Because grief's been coming out a lot too. Long distance. Oh, that came out in another deck. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. Destiny. The reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. So that's not. I did wonder when I picked up this deck, but what would help with inner union? What would help with inner union if you're the divine feminine is working through some kind of heartbreak, remembering that you're always connected, no matter where you are, and that it's total divine timing. It's a destined event. Settling. Avoid settling for less than what you deserve in love. And just make sure you don't settle for less than what you deserve and that you pay attention to your boundaries in all areas of life. Because I've described this before. If you've got shitty pals, guess what? You're attracting shitty treatment from your twin flame and your family and whatever. If you let your family away with everything, you're attracted. It's literally everything. You need to sort it out in all areas. You need to get everybody to help, basically. Even if it means that you're down to only a few people. That's what I had to do. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's look for the people you don't trust. If you don't trust people, they gotta go. You know what I mean? That's the hard cold facts. And that's why some people don't get with their twin flame. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, when someone asked that other week, does everyone well no, if you're not doing anything about that shit, things will stay the same. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. So that's what you've got to do, divine feminine, to do your bit. Love may come with sacrifice. Evaluate what you're willing to give up. That's love you, God, and my guides. Boom, drop the mic. That's exactly what I just said. That's the sacrifices you have to make. Evaluate what you're willing to give up. I fucking gave up so much. I'm living in a timeline feeling very alone because everything's changed that fucking much. You know what I mean? My best friend must have picked up on it too because she was like, I need to see you. It's been ages. So, right. Um, let's just chuck some money cards in because Capricorn's about success and money. But I always pick up on famous twin flames usually. Not famous, but like either ones that are in the public eye or, yeah, famous, or ones that you're going to be well known. Like, I haven't done it so far, but I might with these. You will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. Sweet success. It's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Get what you want. Wow, that's confirming what I said earlier in this. Divine feminine, believe that you can have what it is you want. Closed doors. No good job opportunities. The current job is coming to an end. Start all over again. So I actually feel that's the masculine. I feel the masculine could be closing the doors on parts of their life that don't feel them anymore. So you could be changing up the way you work, changing up your actual job, following your calling, things like that. because Capricorn's your work and also karmic cycles and it's karma. And I feel a karmic cycle of something to do with that could be closing. Endings, yeah, just to confirm. The cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change, rebirth. It's time to say goodbye. Yeah, this is honestly, look at that. That's fucking powerful. So look at this. Divine Feminine, you will discover new talents that will lead you to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. And like, it's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Get what you want, sweet success. You've put in the hard work. If this is for you, you must have put in the hard work to get that. This bit fucking better be for me anyway. But anyway, moving that aside. But the masculine closed doors. Yeah, big endings. Big endings. Karmic cycles. No good job opportunities. The current job is coming to an end. Start all over again. The cycle is over. Time for you to make a change. Rebirth. It's time to say goodbye. Endings. That could, although that sounds like a positive ending, that could be a tower moment. That could be things happening to masculines like losing jobs or lack of work or something to make you move into your calling. Power. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. That's given Emperor and Empress vibes that I pulled. Wellness. Ensure your body's nourished. Join a gym to regain strength. Live a healthier lifestyle. See, that's me lifting the weights all of twice that I've done it. Is it once or is it twice? It feels like twice, but it might have been once. I felt quite proud of myself when I done it. I felt so proud. I was like, I don't need to ever do it again. What's this? The prey. Oh, the prey, shadow self. I think that's the devil because the devil's about sex and loads of other things, and the rabbit to me is always a sign of that. So somebody could see you as prey. Shadow self. Somebody could see you as prey. That's why I'm taking that. It's pretty funny. Right. What are in a good way? Like, they're they're coming to get you. Um, right. So what's a possible soul retrieval someone might need? Oh, sorry, I've not read this in a while. What happened in your reunion, Beck? You don't need to tell us, but you told us that. So broke up in October. He wanted to work it out, but no change. So no contact since December 31st. Weird, I'm guided to you if you draw in twins in the public eye, spooky. Oh yeah, because you said yours is, yeah. Well, everything's meant to be. Yes, I do. I have worked. I do. Basically, I do attract twins out in the public eye. Put it that way. Like more than a few times. Like not just in this. Like I've actually worked with people that are good at keeping a secret. Put it that way. Okay. It's got certified bail bondsman. Oh yeah, remember I was asking you what that was? Still don't get what it is. Try and explain it to us again. Well, it's really me. Other people might know. Twins in the public eye. I'm extremely camera shy and couldn't be more the opposite. By the way, you're given masculine all day long because it's like, yeah, like I mean, I could definitely see that with me and mine. Like, look, I'm out here fucking live streaming like every other night, and like, yeah, I couldn't really imagine him doing this. I'll be honest, but it's like and he doesn't need to. Well, he can fucking do it himself if he wants. It's a free country, but like, if he was if he was to choose and come to be with me. Yes, but I mean, he is, yeah, he's the other half of my soul. So yeah, I actually could see him doing that if he really wanted to, put it that way. But what I'm saying is like, I just when I read that, I felt, this is what's kind of funny. See if it wasn't like in this kind of way, out and about getting attention, like jumping in photos or jumping in videos and that. Yeah, he would be all about that, and I wouldn't be. That's what's kind of funny. If I was with my friends and that, it would be. It's different now that we're older, but you know what I'm saying. So that's how. That's why I'm an expert at being able to sort of pick apart what it means for each people because I can always see when I've been in the energy of being okay with being seen and he hasn't been and when he's been in that and I haven't been. It's kind of hard to explain, but like I said, for the most part that I've known mine, I was really shy and he wasn't. And it's not, I mean, I really couldn't tell you. It's not that, like, oh, I'm the one that's out here and being seen really confident, and he isn't. I don't know. But in some sort of ways, it can go like that. But again, there isn't a lot of people that actually could do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? There obviously is some because I know other twin flames that do this, but it's not. And also, I help people get over their fear if you feel like you're meant to be doing something like this. But I've helped loads of people get over that fear. Um, Getting people out of jail. All right, yeah. Haven't been to the gym in a week. Oop, I hate the gym. Too many people. Right, they're good for you. Right, this is somebody that needs a soul retrieval for bring love into the situation. So again, I feel you need a soul retrieval for being able to heal the situation with unconditional love where perhaps there's still resentment or something. Yes, work through your fears because I pulled the new moon in Scorpio. So I feel there's some kind of blockage there at the sacral chakra and the root chakra for whoever that is. And if you clear that energy, you would be able to look at things from a different perspective. Kind of feels fitting with the rest of the reading. Um, yeah, I do need help with that. Written so many songs, but I haven't. Right, you honestly, you are like my. I said this to you before. I said you're like my ideal client, but you are. That's the kind of shit I help people with. I've helped people that are like singers, speakers, artists, like other YouTubers, stuff like that. Like if you've got like a hidden gem inside you that you're not sharing, you definitely need to book a session. Want to be able to do this without my person? Yeah, absolutely. Because that's the thing, like the way a lot of people done it was like, you know, like because I activate the dormant energy it's already in someone, or like, and I do that loads of different ways. I can look at your chart and I do that. I can just sometimes I've done it for the chat. It's mostly going to be for a personal session though. But like I can think like, there's some people I can think of where quite a few people where they just sent me the stuff like in private, and the more they kept like sending me stuff in private and getting encouragement again, because sadly it's always people that probably didn't get either enough encouragement in childhood or any. A lot of people, men and women that have come to me, didn't get any fucking encouragement, far from it, and they got mistreatment. And again, that's none of your fault if that was you, because that isn't everyone's experience. But believe me, there's more people than what you would imagine of all different ages, all different generations too. Because I work from people, I work the youngest people. I don't know who the youngest person I've worked with would be, but on average, it's like well just now, like from ages ago it would have been mid-20s, but just now it's like people that are approaching 30. So say like 27ish, 30-year olds, there's a whole group of you that are that age. And then people that are my age, like anything from like 39 to like 41. And then like people in their 50s and their 60s and like I said even 70s. Um Men and women, and there's a snake on the TV. So again, I feel there's a snake around somebody, but you're blossoming into a butterfly, and there's a snake around you trying to pull you back from blossoming. And also, it's you the snake. Um, I've been listening while laying down. Love you, Mama Claire. I'm getting ready now for a Gabby Barrett concert. Hello, Brianna. I'm glad you've been listening. Who is Gabby Barrett? No idea who that is. I love you too. If I didn't say that, who's Gabby Barrett? What is fucking like? I've said so many things today that make me feel old. I've literally no idea who that is. Um, well, I look forward to that. Payday, I'm coming straight to you. Well, I look forward to that. And remember, I don't know if you've noticed, but pick the session that says Twin Flame Story or something. Because you get everyone, if you've never had a session with before, whether you're new or even if you've watched for years, but you've basically the thing is you if you've watched for years, you can book that if you've never had a session, right? So if you've never been on a Zoom with me before, you can book that too. And of course, new people, obviously, because that's who it's for. Um, I need singing lessons, although I can't help you that. I can't help you, as you can see. And actually, yeah, lately I really haven't been hitting the notes at all, but it's not stopping me. Right, what's another soul retrieval? The energy is gaining momentum. So I feel there's somebody out there that you need a session because it's something about like you just need a little push to get going. That's on one of the cards I've got, but it's like I mean that could actually this could be talking about you right now, but it's like, the energy is gaining momentum and it's like but there's something holding this person back, whoever this is for. The end of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. I want to keep that for the thumbnail. I'm not going to do it though. Should I? Nah, we got the Emperor and Empress, but just in case. Probably won't show up. But yeah, we're in the full moon in Capricorn. So the end of a tough cycle is approaching. But what that's telling me too, whoever this is for, there's something you need to get on quite soon because we're in the full moon in Capricorn now. So what day's today? If you felt it was that urgent, people that are watching, I've got sessions tomorrow. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday already. But, that would be maybe people that are watching, on the, now we're on the replay that, because it's the full moon in Capricorn now. Right, one more. Full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. So I feel that's now this isn't everyone, that's someone close to a union. And it feels like the last bit needs to be clicked into place by whatever it is we're going to do together. Because, like I've said before, I don't say all the time, but I'm the type of shaman where if there's something that just needs clicked into place. Now, this isn't everyone, but this has happened to quite a few people. Like, for instance, actually, I know why they're getting me to say that. For quite a few people that were meant to be doing similar to me, like I can think, yeah, again, I always keep it anonymous because it's people's privacy and that. But like, I can think of something. This was years ago, and it was like something very small that I'd done for them, but I described them doing something that was like really wow, and it did turn out it was because it was something like in public, and it was just something they were meant to come to me for their call it because they're a twin flame, you know what I mean? And it unlocked what was lying dormant in them. So yeah, I'm that type of shaman. Like it could seem like it happened because they came to me, but it's not me. It's because that something was lying in that person and I was able to bring it out of them. Lighting up, Moon and Leo, being seen. So yeah, like I said, there's something that's something to do with union. That feels like a union energy. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon. Yep. Could specifically be one of the eclipses, full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. It's hard to describe, but because that won't just be that'll be a few people. If you feel like you're really, really close to a union, but you're feeling very drawn to me, there's some sort of conclusions or if it there's something it's like something's going to put your mind at ease again because like I said, put this way, it would never be there would never be for no reason. You wouldn't be getting drawn to me whether you're new or you've watched for years for no reason. That's what you have to trust. And again, hopefully, definitely, but like the most recent person I can think of that was singing my praises is Renee, and I had a session with Renee again recently, and but it's like again, I'm going to talk with Renee on that. We're just going to, we'll work out the timing, but I'm going to get her to come and share because she'll be able to say it better than me. But it's kind of mind blowing. Like she spoke to me once on that first time session that I'm talking about, and she's lost over a stone. And she's more importantly, it's because she's cleared the trauma, right? Her womb space. She's lost over stone. Her creativity has flourished. She's not on as much like stuff for her pain and stuff that she was needing for like she was getting a lot of pain at her back and that, which I sensed when we were on the call. There's loads of things she'll be able to tell herself, but this is all the amazing stuff that can happen. Like so that's why I'm just kind of like honestly like with most things it's like people just leave themselves in so much pain emotionally, physically, financially, in whatever way, mentally. And there's people out here that can heal people, you know what I mean? For free in some cases. Fucking hell, I've healed people for free on the chat or for not much money. It's like, it depends. If you've been in pain for like fucking decades, spending a fair bit of money on a healer is not exactly a waste of money if your pain's gone. Do you know what I'm saying? Or it's better, it's proving your quality of life. Like, so it depends which way you look at it. I never had any encouragement. Now I give others encouragement. My dad believed in reverse psychology, so there was always the feeling of never feeling good enough when I was always like, thank you, Brianna. Yeah, because Brianna said it, you know what I mean? It's um like it's amazing, you know what I mean? Like it's amazing, you know what I mean? So you should be really proud of yourself. Thankfully, we've talked about all of that, and then that's lucky if you've actually spoke about it too, because there'll be lots of people that don't, you know, that if you even approached it with your, you know, parents, it wouldn't work out. But she sings one of the good ones. I have no idea what that is. Would I like it? Would I like the song? Claira's the best. Highly recommend a session with her. Thank you very much, Brianna. Um, yeah, I only need a nudge. Yeah, I feel that, Beck. I think you were that one that was like, you need a push. I need to, unfortunately, I don't have the funds. I've not been able to start my new job. Well, your payday will come one day, Barbie. So, like I said, you just visualize having the funds to do it, or I'll see you when the Leo moon arrives. I'm too scared though, Claire. Putting my art out there aside, are you an artist too? Because I've helped so many artists, it's not even funny. Like people that are actually selling their art now that weren't even sharing it. So, also worried if I start talking about my situation with my twin, I'm going to sound crazy Delulu. Well, listen, I'm not the best one to comment on that, am I? Like, I'm sure there's plenty of people saying that about me. But does it look like I give a fuck? No. Because if they're not on the twin flame journey, it does look crazy Delulu. You know what I mean? But as long as you're not at, you know, as long as you are grounded with it, because like I said, that's why I say all the time, like, oh my God, oh look, what's that? That film was so sad. The Fault in Our Stars. It just flashed up. That song must be in it. Um, you know what I mean? I fucking leave mine to it. You know what I mean? I'm doing this because I'm a twin flame healer shaman, and this is what I'm. This is my destiny. You know what I mean? This literally, I'm not just. This is my destiny to be doing this. So, and unfortunately, like I have tried to talk about other things, it doesn't work. Like remember I said, I literally did try to do it. It doesn't work. I always start talking about twin flames again. And then whenever I've done anything shamanic or mediumship, guess what happens? The other people I'm doing stuff with, I always attract the other ones that are twin flames. Fucking happens everywhere. Go to a hairdresser, probably going to see a twin flame. Go get a massage, person do massage, twin flame. Fucking end up talking to someone on the beach, twin flame. When my niece, this how long ago it was, 6, 7 years ago. She was only about one, and we were in the park, ages away from where I live, near where my sister lived at the time, right? And somebody in the park was like, "Are you a healer?" Yes. And then I can't remember if she said, and I think she was the one that said, "Are you a twin flame?" And I was like, "I'm a twin flame healer." But it's because she's a twin flame, and it was one of the rare twin flames that she's actually married to her twin flame, and they have a kid. So now her kid will be about the same age as my niece because this was ages ago. But do you know what I mean? It's like, but she said she knew I was a healer because she was watching how gentle I was with my niece, and she was like, "I just knew you were a healer from how you were with the baby in the park." You know what I mean? But this is what I mean. It's absolutely crazy. So if you think that's crazy, this is how crazy my life. I just meet twin flames everywhere, and not everyone is a twin flame. But ironically, everyone is a twin flame in my life. Most people, or they have to fucking hear about it if they're in my life. But I'm only joking. Only a few. Um, Better than being normal. Absolutely. It's annoying because I was minding my own business when I saw him. It was him that woke me up. I just followed a bunch of weird things that led me to Beck. I mean, it's so funny. When I read your things the other day, I could imagine my twin flame saying this. It's like it's not quite the same because, like, if he's out there saying that about me, it was actually him that reminded me who he was to me. Do you know what I mean? And I've been stuck in it longer. So I think we all have stories like this. Do you know what I mean? It's quite funny though, isn't it? It's like a twin flame support group, really. I mean, it's not like no joke. That's really what this is in public. So people could just watch us all be crazy together. It's all fine. It's all good. You know. Yes, look, we're all twin flames, but none of us are talking to our twin flame. I'm not talking to them. No, I'm not talking to them. I'll just let another 10 years go by. I'll just let another 2 years go by. Yeah, I'll just be with this person. Yeah. They're not my be all end all, but I'll just sell with them. I'll just be on my own. Let's pick up these cards, seeing as I picked them up. Right. I will look and see who that person is then. Right. But yes, it is very annoying. The whole thing is maddening and it is a very annoying journey. But Beck, like I said, just go. You really do need to scroll back to the videos from years ago. You just need to take a stab in the dark and find any of the ones, just and ignore the fact that they've hardly got any views. Some of them actually have got way more views than what I get now. But yeah, they're all timeless. So your things could be there. They will be there somewhere. But yeah, if you go back to some of the really old live streams, a lot of the stuff you talk about, I would talk about more. Um, well, but you see that I like that. I like that you're saying that you and your person are very sciencey, but you've been led to me because like I wouldn't describe me as that in the slightest. Like I understand it all enough, but can I explain it? No. Like, I know the whole quantum physics thing and that between twin flames, but I'm not the person to describe it to you. There's loads of other people that'll be their thing to do it. But twin flames is still my speciality. It is my I'm a master teacher of it. I'm an expert at it from how long I've been doing this and how long I've been helping people. But I feel you could have been led to me to balance that out in you, you see, because I'm uber duper feminine and I just go with the flow and things don't need to make sense. But I still have respect for the science part of it. You know what I mean? Like if someone else was talking about, say, things to do with twin flames in a sciencey way, I would hear it out and I would listen to it. But oh, that's so interesting. It's not the way that I describe it. It doesn't mean it's wrong. Um, the fact that I even believe in this stuff makes no sense. I can't explain it. But yeah, but that's twin flames, though. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like the way you're talking is the masculine, because that's what the mas. I bet you one of these cards is going to come out this deck. I didn't believe. Wait a minute. If that happens, I'll freak you out. There's a card that says, "I didn't believe in things like this. I do now." Let's see if it comes out. It might not, but sometimes they make it come out. When times got tough, I gave up too soon. So it wasn't that one. What's on the back? I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. And that might not even be true for some of you. They might have just went full on, now you're just somebody that I used to know. I still feel connected to you, but I waited too long to reach out. Is it too late for us? Wow, that's come through in the whole thing. Or was that the one that came through in this? It has come through it has come through in this too. It came through in the videos I've done earlier. I'm still trying to find my place for myself in the world. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. Wow, that really fits with some of the stuff. I wasn't honest with you about my feelings at the time. Being away from you hurts like hell. I didn't realise it would be this difficult. I'll check that card's actually there. These cards really fucking. You have to be the right. They're pretty depressing. I mean, they're good though. They're not good for a thumbnail though. That fucking. Nah, I thought that card isn't even here. I bet you that would have come out if it was here. I feel that's relevant. I wouldn't go against my family to be. I couldn't. Well, I said wouldn't and couldn't go against my family to be with you. Wouldn't and couldn't could be relevant. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. You brought out the best in me. I came alive in your presence. It just made me want to cry. I'm sorry for judging you and hurting your feelings. It's not fucking there. Yeah, I knew it. If that card was there, I didn't believe in this stuff until I didn't believe in this stuff before I do now. I think it would have come out, but it's not there. Um, right. What next? Right. What do we need to know about the future of the connections we're picking up on. Will we go to? Oh yeah, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Because I've picked up on a lot of family wounds, like mother wounds, father wounds. Let's see. It'll come out, watch. No, it didn't though. But see, that's how slow the chat is for catching up with me. There's a song on called right now called Beg for You. So I feel that, I mean, I don't like that in terms of, nobody should beg for anything. But it feels like this person will be begging for forgiveness. So we'll put aside my does feel like that. Um, you're my favourite. That's come through in all of this. You are this person's favourite. Definitely love wise, but they did not act like it. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share, you're my person. It's the one that feels like it copied my cards. They didn't though. It's just we feel like that. You're my favorite. And I'm single, but it did kind of come out reverse. I'm single. I'm single right now. I'm not attached to anyone and not looking to get into a relationship at this time. Well, fucking suit you then. You know what I mean? Just you enjoy that. It came out reverse though, so I think it's worse. This could be someone that's needing to get away from something. My dreams. I've been dreaming about you. In my dreams, we are so free and in love. I wish I could stay there forever. Need time to heal. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self love. This isn't about you, it's about me. Oh, this person's getting a little bit cheeky here. Ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. Ghosted was actually in reverse. So, yeah, I mean, with all the things about silent treatment and ghosting, this person definitely done that and they're regretting it. Yeah, they played some. Like, I just saw playing. They played some type of game with you. I think the game was. I think this is a case of this person thought you were gonna like start chasing them or something. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's because so many people have been like led to believe that that's normal. It's not normal. I don't like the word normal, right? Because what's normal is spiders, scales to fly. But it's fucking embarrassing that you've got these girls chasing guys like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not meant to be that way. The man's meant to hunt the woman. It's 11-11. And change fucking man and woman and same sex and all that. I can't, that fucking does my tits and just use your common sense. But I'm waking up. I see signs about you in our situation. It freaks me out sometimes how accurate they are. See how scarily on point that is with what you've said in the chat. And it's funny that it's still at that bit. You know what I mean? That's really interesting. The fact I even believe in this stuff makes no sense. I can't explain it. The pool is insane. That card's really like that. So yeah, this person's waking up. So it's exactly the way you're describing it. Couldn't have believed it. They might not have believed in this stuff now. They might not have believed in it. They do now. Oh, that's two cards that say I'm still healing. I'm still healing. When I pull away from you, I'm afraid of being hurt. That's come through the whole thing. It's not. I think this is more future things for a lot of people because it's saying it's nothing you're doing wrong. Please don't take it personally. You're doing everything right. So I think this is a bit of a heads up for when you're with this person, if they're still doing that. But again, for a lot of you, it's like it depends who I'm talking to here. If some of you have been in a separation of years and years and years, you would hope by the time it gets to the point that you have the big conversation with someone that they talk about why they might want to do that. Because, like, you ain't got time, I mean, I'm just talking from experience, like, fuck, you know what I mean? There's understanding and there's taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't personally. I've said before, I'm like, you're only fucking getting the door if you're staying until tomorrow. I'm joking. That's just because. Ignore that, chill. That's my shadow. That's just because the full moon's in Capricorn in my third house. But do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it reminds me of that. You'll know that film, Jana, and Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. Like I spoke about this on one another live recently. the bit about that film that always kills me is that she's hurt from a time when he just got up and left when he said he wasn't gonna, and then he did, and then I couldn't remember when he got it. I don't think he gets a chance to do it again. But it was more just the memory of because he done it during the past, and it's just I think if you've ever had something like that happen, it's hits a bit hard. Or just like the pain, you know what I mean? Like I've described before, like I used to just like I wasn't telling mine that, but I just used to not like when he left in the morning because I didn't know when I was going to see him again, and that was, that's what it reminds me of. I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. So I just wouldn't put myself in that position. Like I wouldn't have a casual thing. You know what I mean? But like I said, I would listen. I would hear him out. But I definitely wouldn't be doing that. You deserve better than them. Yeah, you see what I mean? Because I think that's coming out from when I'm saying that. You deserve better than crumbs. You deserve better than I'm than it be somebody's third party. I'm horny. When I'm with you, I can't think straight. I act weird and crazy because I want you so bad. You're just so gorgeous to me. But that is also the Kundalini energy. But that's also like that card always comes out because that's how the divine feminine makes the divine masculine feel. Fucks them up. So they go for people that don't fuck them up. It's a backhanded compliment. Do you know what I mean? They lose their words. They, go all funny. They can't act. You know what I mean? The other people are not that arsed about. Sorry to say it's so harsh, but because the full moon's in my third house, it's the truth. I want to treat you the way you deserve. You know what I mean? But it's quite funny because if you've ever been around your twin flame, it could look like they don't give a fuck about you and they give a fuck about everyone else. But actually, it's the other way around. It's masking how they really feel about you, and you're the one that bothers them. And other people, they can just have a laugh and fucking be whatever with them because they don't bother them. You know what I mean? They don't bother them that much. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. You're always on my mind. Yep, the cards are talking. I think a lot of people can relate. 11:11 in the stream froze. That was weird. Oh, no coincidences. Fuck that. Suck on the silence. I'm the flower, you're the bee. Such a good, yeah, it is a good film. Oh, did you? Of course you put that film on 2 nights ago. It's a film that I put on. It's easy watching. I don't put it on all the time, but like when I really couldn't sleep, I don't know, the other week ago, I put it on because yeah, it's quite funny too. But right, what is going to happen for a lot of people that connected with this? In the future, are we going to get union? Are we going to get union? Guilt, oh dear, completely fits with the rest. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. Masculines, do not let guilt get in the way of happiness. Because you're depriving yourself of your own happiness, but you're also prolonging the pain of the feminine. Spot the little guilt trip that came, the little guilt trip that sneaked in there. But it's true though, isn't it? It's like, release your ex. Oh dear, that one again. So the time has come to clear your energy. So this can be, I believe this can actually be people that need to release present partners or exes that have got too much of a hold over them or you. Or this is like you could have broke up with this person years ago, but they could have hexed you or cursed you or something, or they've just got, and that could be like that. Remember, I explained this a couple of nights ago. That could be somebody that's been like, you're never going to get anybody like me, or you're never going to, I don't know, say like really horrible shit, and you need to go to someone like myself, anybody that can help you to clear the energy of that because it is possible. Don't leave yourself walking about with like this horrible, shitty energy. Somebody from the past that was a C word. You know what I mean? Let it go. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I think this person wants to bring back the playful energy. They want to retreat with you. It's time to disconnect from the world. So yeah, I think this person does want to like go away with you somewhere, you know what I mean, to talk about things. Ask for and accept support from others, let your friends help you. This person could be relying on people that they trust right now to help them with what to do next. Let's just hope and pray that it's good friends. I do feel it is good friends around whoever this is for. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. The Capricorn's about patience. This is a Capricorn reading. So it's going to be worth waiting for. But look, Capricorn's also about commitment. So I feel you've been waiting on something for a long time. And I feel your waiting has not went unrecognized. And again, I must stress when cards like this come out, I have to stress it doesn't mean everyone's twin flames coming forward for marriage. So, you know, slow your roll there. But it does say commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. Commitment, and it's got a wee couple with a wee ring. So worth waiting for. But definitely for some people, it will be things like that, or it'll lead to that. Because, like I say all the time, to me, twin flame journey is the same as your kingdom spouse. It's written in the stars. Your kingdom marriage. It's your person. Damn it, true love. Because it's true love. That was amazing the way that happened. So I won't swear, and I can clip this bit if I watch it back. I've not been watching them back. But yeah, Capricorn literally is the sign of commitment. So look at that. That's amazing. What you've been waiting for, if you've been waiting a long time, is worth waiting for because it's true love. It's worth something, it's worth committing to. And this person has the clarity. That's what I was feeling when I was saying it. It's like I wanted to actually say that to the masculine. It feels like it's the feminine too, but the masculine has this clarity. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. And that's why if you know what kingdom spouse and all that is, you would get what I'm saying. And that's why, you've got to really use your discernment when people talk about that. Like that's like the fucking that's the second, I don't know, the second option if your twin flame isn't oh kingdom, it's the same thing. It shouldn't be a different thing. Like them, you know what I mean? They get caught up in karmic situations and they get spells and everything put on them, and it's the same journey. I can't separate. It's the same fucking thing. And you have to keep praying for your person and clearing their energy and balancing your own energy. And then eventually they do get the clarity, intense, wherever I put that card. Look, the intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows, right? As I'm explaining that. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. It's nothing to fuck about with. It's why I've said before, I not only pray for my own union, right? Pray and fast. I pray and fast for all of our unions, and I've done it for years. I just don't tell you when I'm doing it because you're not meant to. But to clear certain demons off of the unions, because that is what happens. Like demons attack the unions to make you not come together, to confuse your person and, try to confuse you and hopeful. I know but look, ascending with the hot air balloons. I know we'll be together again. I hope we can put the past and the bad times behind us and start again. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I hope you can forgive the error in my ways. I acted so immaturely. But I would say that's backing up what I just said about someone through black magic and manipulation and being around people that wanted to sabotage them. Yeah, acted like a dick. I mean, that's the best way to best way to put it, isn't it? Male or female, I might add. Right, we're at the last bit. I'll just pick up something. That's not all of them, but I can't be bothered because I'll lean over and get my hair caught in the thing. So let's not do that. I'm trying to tidy this up in a way that I can move it all when I finish. My ex did that to me. No one else will ever love you. Yeah, I know. I remember you said that, and it's horrible. Yeah. You just got to forget shit like that. Do you know what I mean? People talk shit. Remember when I said that an ex of mine said I can't remember what he said, but he said I didn't look nice in my glasses. I was like, he's a fucking liar, man. I went out and wore them on a night out, and all my guy pals were saying I looked hotter than ever. So I was like, I mean, he was just trying to stop me looking hot. But I'm telling you that because for years on end I didn't wear my glasses, even like long after that person was out of my life. So you know what I mean? But yes, I gave a very tame example there, didn't I? But I just, yeah, I don't think it's keep it classy. Portals. And remember, we're in the portal because we're still in that energy of the 7-7 portal. Doorways into now, letting go of the warrior. I feel this is about this group of masculines. You don't have to be on the defensive. You can let go of the. You're always going to be a warrior. All twins. I'm a warrior. I'm an Aries for fuck's sake. But you can always be the warrior, but you can let go of the warrior. But you know what I mean? You don't need to be the warrior to each other. You don't need to be so defensive as we pull cosmic heart source. Source of all true home just be heart connection. You know what I mean? When you truly open your heart to one another and you see that you're the same energy. Healing, yeah. And you let the healing, and I know what they're saying. The healing that needs to occur, I get sick of saying this, but it's coming out again. The healing that needs to occur is between you both together. Because look at the swans making the heart healing. Gentleness of love, realignment, transformation. Like it's time for the next part of the healing to be together. Resolution. Oh my god, this card keeps coming out so much. Old timelines collapsing, insights, higher embodiment, self-expression. Remember when I said at some point during this, if it doesn't feel like to you, now this is what I mean, because some of this, I know some of you have been resonating on the chat, but not all of this will resonate because this last bit feels like it's ones that are about to be in the physical union. But it's like um so different bits will resonate with different people. But I would say for people that have been on this journey a long, long time, if you feel if you feel like how I described that everything feels like it just feels like you've been it feels like that card I described a few it was about a week ago or something now, the one out of the chakra oracle where it's she's a plant and she's being pulled out the plant pot and planted in the ground somewhere. And to me that feels like the timelines. You've been pulled out of your old timeline and plonked down in a new timeline and you're like, why have I been taken away from the things that were like I feel like I've been taken away from certain comfort zones that were bringing me comfort. Yeah, basically that's the best way to put it. You know what I mean? Like, and it just sort of changed everything up. But all I can say to you is, now that everything's changed up, but I can't go back. So you know what I mean? It's like certain things that I done just day to day that were comfortable to me. It's no longer me. I can't. You know, it's weird ways of being. But I'm all right with it now. Like I've adjusted. So that'll resonate with some of you. Um, I have to go, everyone. Sending love to everyone. Love you, Mama Claire. Have the best night. Everyone. Love you too. Have a lovely night seeing whoever she is. Gabby, someone that I've never heard of. I'll look out for the song though. I'm wondering how funny. No, that's Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know who. Yeah, but the old timelines are collapsing. So if you feel like things are a bit different, stay with it. That's the times we live in right now. If you're staying too much, doing the same thing day in, day out, you're more than likely going to be ripped out of it because you got too comfortable. But again, I've got a very changeable astrology chart, so I can adjust to things like that more than most. But even for me, it's felt a bit weird. But I'm just trusting that it's like, all right, well, I don't see what's coming next, so I'll just go with it. Um, Again, like I've said before, that I know I'm talking quite cryptically, but it's like what I've said about the Nanny McPhee thing. I can only get comfortable somewhere for so long, and then I have to move on. So it's kind of weird. And then it's like notice like so obviously I'm a consistent on the channel because it's our channel, but I run it, my channel. And like I just don't like saying my channel because I wouldn't have a channel if you weren't joining in. So I call it our channel. But you mean it's like, um, yeah, like I'm the consistent here, but there can be changing people, you know? Like sometimes it's the same people for a while. Probably I've noticed on average about a year and a half, 2 years, it'll be the same wee group of people. And then it's like a turnover, and then there's a whole new wee group of people. And then sometimes you'll get somebody coming back from like a year ago or 6 months ago, or sometimes it's even longer. And it's just the way it's always been, you know what I mean? It's kind of interesting. And again, I don't like it either. You know, I'm just used to it. Like I just you know, it's not like I don't miss people when they're not. I do, but I'm sorry, I just have to. It's my life. I have to get used to it. Online, offline. So yeah, it's uncomfortable for me when I'm, you know, when things change up unexpectedly. But that, you know, shit happens. Right. Okay. So why did I pick up this? Fertility. Yeah. Look, I'm the Empress. I'm a real Empress. There's other ones out there, but I'm a real Empress. I'm a divine feminine. You only get new beginnings when you embrace endings, and we're on a full moon. You can only plant the new when you're willing to say goodbye to the old. Fertile times. You can only get the new when you're saying goodbye to the old. So, and then I pulled the magician. Do you know what I mean? It would have been quite good if they pulled out the death card or something, but that's quite similar to what I said. Birthing the new. You've got everything you need inside. You've got everything inside you. Wait a minute, I've done it again. It's even better than that. It's Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginnings. But I was seeing it as the magician before I checked. But again, both will be relevant. You've got everything you need inside of you for passionate new beginnings. Also, be very careful here because with that saying fertility and the Ace of Wands, which is normally a very phallic card, and this is a very innocent playing a flute. Oh my god! Right, I need to leave. I need to leave. But that's like really dark. Anyway, we need to move. But you know what I mean? It's like that's quite sexual. If you know, you know. That's really funny. That's why I'm not watching these back. That's probably one of the funniest things I've ever said. Union. I think that's a sexual union. Look at that. 41s. Empress in union, sexual union, Ace of Wands. I think we know what they're saying, okay? Move. Chariot. So the person that's been refusing to see and accept what this is out of denial, and they're being told to move. The chariot. Or they are moving of their own accord because they've come out of denial. I love that that's called refusing to see. You see? But it was in reverse. This person is no longer, or they will be, or it's the very imminent, as in tomorrow, Juno direct in Scorpio, that's blast this person out of denial to move the chariot. And look, it's a hand fast. So that feels like union as well. Just as I'm saying that, I wanted to check because I think it's actually tonight at some point. So I wonder if it's like now. Nah, it's definitely by tomorrow though. Right, I think I'll just end it there, guys. So thank you for joining me. Um, Connor, are you still awake on here? He might be asleep. Like, he might have fallen asleep. But I was just gonna say, like, you know, if you wanted me to pull you some cards for donating there, but if you watch this after, I can do that tomorrow when I'm back on. But um in fact I'll just do it now. Even if he's fallen asleep, you can get him tomorrow. Right, what have we got for Connor? Sacrifice. So there's something that you've had to sacrifice. Let's see. some type of new beginning. And you've had to do some deep shadow work. The moon. But look, it's a guy looking in the mirror. You're not putting the hard work into something anymore. I think this is past stuff. Moving towards what's that? I think there's something coming through here about self-worth. So I can expand more on this when I do your personal one. Again, I promise I haven't forgot. It's just so fucking well. I don't need to explain how fucking hot it is here because you live in the same country, but it's like but it's like yeah, we've got material harvest in the verse and love abounds. So I feel what they're saying is when you pour all that love into you and know that you are worthy, you'll see a huge shift in that area. Now, what's quite interesting is we've got the reach out card. So that's the Three of Pentacles. But it was in reverse. Yeah. That's interesting. I know that you'll get this, right? It's like you've done the right thing by staying away from some people around you that aren't good for you. And unfortunately, look, because that's the Empress, I just realised. Empress in reverse. I feel that's family members that you don't trust because it's like Empress in reverse, reach out. It's like don't reach out to the Empress in reverse. And because of doing that, you get well deserved rewards. Like it's unfortunately again, this is what I mean. It's not going to resonate for everyone, but I feel your one actually could resonate for a few people. It's like that's how difficult that it's difficult to do that, but by doing your shadow work and going within and pouring all that love into you like you deserve, you're actually doing better, or you will be doing better if you're not feeling like that now. Clarity, belief, that's the fucking truth. That's the Ace of Swords, the truth and the clarity. Like all these cards are saying you're just going to keep getting better and better from cutting the ties and not going backwards. You get your power back. This is so sad that this is like these are the people that were taking your power. Look, this fucking hell. Deception and envy are behind you. Seven of Swords, but what the fuck it being called that? That's the sneaky bastard card, right? I mean, surely I don't need to explain with deception and envy if you don't know the tarot. But look, the sneaky bastards look like side eyeing, lifting up the mask. They're not who they say they are. But that's behind you. Basically, you turned your back on deception and envy, some of which were family members, more than your mum. And that's how you got your power back. Look, huge transformation. Scorpio season could be significant this year. You could have had times of anxious energy coming up there, periods of healing. Also, I feel that'll be about look with Twinflame because it's like twinning, like she's looking into a mirror. Like you, oh my god, actually, look. And also, it's 418 union. But look, he's looking into a mirror. She's looking into a mirror. Mirroring. Third eye open. But suffering in silence. Sleepless nights. Spiritual union. Right. I think it's about time I do that. I think it's about time I do that unlisted. Wow. That's a very special Two of Cups as well. True love, spiritual union. That's kind of nuts how that came out. Connor, are you awake out there? That's kind of nuts how that came out like that. Look, the wheel of destiny and fate are turning. Heartache here. Yeah, moving forward from heartache. So again, basically what I'm getting from that is nothing you don't already know. From breaking away from the karmic energies, who unfortunately for you were majority family, I'm sure there was friends you couldn't trust too. What you get is your destined and fated union, which makes me sad to say it, but it's the truth, and it came out very clearly in the cards. And it won't just be for Connor, but this was for Connor. So, and then like I said, it'll be interesting when I do your personal one, to see if the same things come out. So take note of that, everyone, because Connor is a divine masculine male, right? A rarity around here. And so, if you're a divine masculine female, you could resonate with that too. It seems like quite a few of you on the chat, or at least a couple of people might resonate with that. Or this could be your person. But I mean, it just depends if you resonate with the rest of it. Sacrifice my sanity. Yeah, I hear you. Stream just crashed and I've had to turn my switch off, everything over here. And oh my god. Yeah, right. Well, it is pretty hot. So. Right. Anyway, I'm going to get going now. So I hope, yes, I hope this helped who it was meant to help, and prayers for anyone that's going through a difficult time, because some of that was quite rough. But like I said, if any of these things touched you in a way that it feels like it was yours and you want to, you know, see how much it was really yours, then the best thing to do, like I said, is to book a personal session. And we don't focus on, oh, where's your twin flame at, and blah, blah, blah. It's not really about that in my sessions, right? It'll be more on what you need for you. Like what I've just read in Connor's, like pouring all that love into you. And as we can actually see from Connor, like for instance, like Connor has been pouring a lot of love in himself for years now. So it makes sense that that should be coming closer and closer to him. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking the hard work pays off kind of thing. But that can be for any of you. If you've been putting the hard work in, to heal, divine feminine or divine masculine, this is what is coming towards you. And it's just going back to being so Capricorn. It's exactly what I said. If you've been putting the hard work in, like similar things to like what I've said I've had to do, the minute I noticed a sneaky bastard in my life, see you later. Couldn't you fucking care less who the fuck the connection was, how long they've been in my life. The minute you show me I can't trust you, bye. You know what I mean? Not everybody's got the balls or the lady balls to be that thingy about it, but I have. Because I didn't come here to live a boring life, and I didn't come here to have fake people around me, basically. Rather, like I said before, I would rather have no pals than fake pals, or whoever it is around me. Yes, positive movement forward. Ace of Wands, things moving quickly because you choose yourself. Yes, partnerships, alliances will be trustworthy. Stand your ground. Yeah, look, block the haters. That's the blocking card. Yeah, look, don't speak to people that you've purposely, well, it could be literally blocked, but you know what I mean? Look, discontent and bored. It's not for you. They'll knock you out your spiritual strength. They'll pull you out what you've been working hard for, and you're born to shine. You're born to shine, baby. Sun card, happiest card in the deck. So take note. I don't know why. Look, you're born to shine. Keep shining on your own. Divine feminine, divine masculine, male or female, and that's what comes to you. See? I'm sorry for saying see, but it's what I've said throughout the whole stream. You put in the hard work, you will get it. You'll get the reward. That's what Capricorn and Saturn's about. It's very simple. Put in the hard work, you get the spiritual union, you get the reward. But some people's definition of hard work differs, doesn't it? Some people think doing the hard work on this journey is sitting twiddling their thumbs, watching a few free YouTube videos to clear their chakras, and your twin flame's going to turn up. Sorry to say it bluntly, but you know what I mean? No. It's doing stuff like that because, like, I've got free videos that have helped change people's lives, cleared addictions, brought them closer to the twin flame. I've got free stuff, paid stuff, but that's a combination of also having to go to paid healers, online, offline, therapy, coaching. You know what I mean? It's like following your calling, whatever your unique calling is. You know what I mean? It's hard work. Are you willing to put in the hard work? If you're not, fine. Settle for a karmic relationship. Daydream about your twin flame every day for the rest of your life. If you're willing to put the hard work in, book a session. book a session with me, book a session with someone, just make sure they're the real deal and they know what they're talking about and they've got lots of experience. But that's just me personally, because it just makes sense. You know what I mean? When someone's an expertise in their area, they're going to be good at it and they've got the proof to back it up. And I've got that. So, anyway, I'm going now because it is time. It is 11:44. So, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back at 7 o'clock UK time. Don't know when that is for you, but you can Google it. Oh, watching behind. Thanks for that. Very on point. So, did you get most of it though, Connor? You're very welcome. Did you see most of that? Thanks for that. Did you? How did you? Anyway, I'm going to assume you did if you caught that. I didn't know. I didn't know whether you'd still be awake or not. Well, I'm glad you got that. Hopefully, me pulling you those cards makes up for the fact that I was hoping to have had your unlisted done by now. But there's a chance tomorrow. But it's just because it's so fucking boiling. I'm like, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't be staying in. You know what I mean? So I was just hanging out with my dad and the dogs. I've just been having a dog week. Do you know what I mean? Just chilling with all the dogs. Um, but yes, I'm gonna go watch. I'm excited to watch Love Island. It was on a cliffhanger. Yep, was half awake. You brought me back to like, oh, sorry about that. Oh my God, Shia was right. I did feel you'd be sleeping. Anyway, right. Sleep well, everyone, when you do sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow if you're joining me. Again, same deal. It's even hotter tomorrow. And but yeah, I feel it's better if I do it at 7. And yeah, I think it'll be again. I say an hour. I think it'll probably be about an hour. Um, yes, I'm going to try and stay cool. This fan's brilliant though. Thanks for reminding me of that, Charlotte. But I'm fucking gutted about the other one. Oh my God. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Right. See you tomorrow if you're joining me, or I'll see you next week if you can't.